And go wash your hands, Lena. That's unsanitary. Also, hi. Hi. You're not the TV, you're you. What is it? Manage your channel directly from your phone. How do I do that? I'm doing it. I did it. Alright. Let's make sure this works. Always opportunities to mess up. Never forget that lesson, kids. Can always all go horribly wrong. Believe in yourself. Everything looks okay. Let's do that thing where I open my own stream and see if I'm doing okay. Yeah, there I am. That's me on phone. Hooray! Beautiful. Alright. Clean my glasses. Because I need that to see. You're learning so much about me today. Alright, let's do some law. Already on episode 3, wow. Alright, let me turn down the volume a little bit for myself. Just because, as rad as this music is, it feels loud. Always worry that you guys are gonna get like audio in duplicate. Oh. Maybe when I start a stream, I should leave like a minute or two to say. I mean, I'm thinking thoughts now. Should I just jump into it? I should, right? We talk a lot during the streams. I do stuff. Strident Song, there you are. You can't go wrong with Strident Song. America's #1 provider of sawdust and good vibes. Nailed it. Do you buy sawdust? Or do you make your own? What do I don't know. Like, it's not so much about like, oh, should I start every stream 5 minutes of idle chatter? Should I break down today's news in the food industry or something? It's more like just, I want to do good stream for good people. You good people. You in my heart with all the cholesterol. Today is. Who has it? If I hold up a newspaper, that actually proves that this stream is taking place in the past. Like, the newspaper went instinct. The newspaper went ultra instinct years ago. It doesn't exist anymore. I kind of miss the newspaper a bit, but admittedly, you can get a free newspaper, when you take the Montreal subway. It's called the Metro newspaper, and I don't know. There's a lot of bummer news. Like, there's no way to say it. Anyway, let's do a big law. What's law? Oh, hey, Will. Yes, Will. Mr. Wright. How was I doing? Okay, now. Yes. Why do you look so unhappy? There it is. Okay, it's getting more natural. Nice. Okay, that would scare the crap out of me regarding newspapers. I was once using the toilet at my grandma's house when I was like 8 or 9 years old, and it was an old building, and there was a cockroach there, and I screamed and I ran out of the toilet with my pants around my ankles, just yelling "big, big," and everyone's like, what's wrong with you? And they thought I was like trying to talk about how my poop was really big, but it was a cockroach, and my poop was really big. Anyway. Oh, nothing. Yeah, I shouldn't have told that story. That's out on the internet now. Really, it's nothing. It was like 20 plus years ago at this point. Right, Mia? Oh, she looks even unhappier. I shouldn't have told her about the cockroach story. Phoenix, your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps that's why I feel particularly close to him. Fucking afterlife burn right there. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. Like, I love that. And now Phoenix is like, enough of your I'm dead crap, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overcooked? That's a fun game, by the way. We have to find something, Phoenix, today. It's that, or lose the trial. Wait, are they implying he'll be executed? You never really see sentencing in this game. At least not that I remember. This isn't going to be easy. I'm excited for Detective Pikachu. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. Yeah, that's right. I think you're right. I'm starting to remember something. I know, like, I've seen some cases where you know someone's going to jail, and I really forget if they mentioned the death penalty. The deck penalty, that's right. You have to play Magic the Gathering. This is really hot, so I'm going to slurp it. I'm really sorry if the mic picks that up. It's good coffee, though. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgelord, Worth. I wonder if it'll be that producer, the hot one. The prosecution calls Mr. Salmonella to the stand, the hot one. Or that director. Oh yeah, I remember the voice I was doing for him now. Will the witness state his name and profession? How rude can you get? You don't know me? I'm the director! I make Steel Samurai Noob Rafa. Email. Should never have committed to this. Edgeworth does not speak. Salmonella. I'm the director. Television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder? Yes, Your Honor. Again, I probably should point out I'm doing strong bad, not anything mean-spirited. And by doing strong bad, I mean the voice. I'm not actually dating strong bad. He never returned those emails. Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix. Let's start by picking this testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She does not waste any time putting on the pressure. God, look at the look he is giving us right now. It is... I can't tell if it's sultry or like, really? Really, Phoenix? Now? Ugh. Yes, friend, that's why it sounds so silky smooth. I was at the studio from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through! Action scene run-through! Took a lot more time than I thought it would. I heard that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area. But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 of the clocks. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it. It's over. Okay, this voice is more for me than for anyone else, to be honest. The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m. And according to your testimony, you were in a meeting at that time. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. So, nothing... Admittedly, I was paying too much attention to the voice than I was what he was actually saying, so nothing jumped out at me, so I'm going to press on everything. Hey, Unlimited. Good to see you, bud. Save. Save often so you may scum later. That's the Fuggins way. Hold it. Is that when you always come into work? Oh no. I come in all sorts of hours. It's the industry way. Yeah, I know all about the freaks in your industry. It's oddly judgmental, Phoenix, but then again, they are weird. Still, for what it's worth, I was pretty busy all that day. Sad. Tell us more about that. During the... Oh, wait, I did it. In the employee area? That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the evil magistrates. Was anyone else at the run-through? Oh, yeah. The security lady was sitting there watching the whole thing. LOL was there. Rafflecopter was there. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it. Certainly has the lungs for it. Wow, that's dirty. Anyone else? Nope, just us four. And the cheats. Why did it go on so long? I'm pretty sure you would have already heard about this. But WP twisted his ankle during the run-through, see? Alright, thus the limp. Okay. Which, of course, led to me missing my lunch. ROFS. ROFS? I'm not... Oh, rolling on the floor starving. Huh, okay. For his lip sync mouth movements when he had his hand on his chin pose goes from wet bar. Oh, okay, I'm not sure I want to see that. What exactly did they have for lunch? T-bone steak. The assistant cooked some up. This is the disturbing thing. Come to think of it, there was a plate with some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them. Oh wait, there were plates in the end. So in the end, you didn't get to eat? Yeah, no steak, at least. Can you believe it? That must have been tough. Phoenix. Yeah? Doesn't something about that seem odd to you? It's contradictory. It does seem odd now that you mention it, baby girl. Baby love girl. Girl I love, making my wife. Mr. Manella, I'm gonna save the game. What did you want? Sweets. Okay, let's leave this one on for a bit. This is a new one. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna pretend I didn't unironically try to speak Leet back in the day. It's terrible. It's awful. When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there? Blow, 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 blow. Good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it. I ate 2 lunches. I don't, now I'm embarrassed. I don't want to talk about it. But I did eat, after all. T-bone steak, you mean? Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat a little later. Clearly a man who likes to eat. I suspected as much. That is... Shut up, Nick. Don't... No fat shame, especially me. Stride, if there was anyone who I could easily get them to read stuff as strong bad, it's you, bud. So, when exactly did you eat it? We talked one break during that meeting. I wolfed it down then. The rule, sandstorm. A mental image I will carry with me to the grave. Wait a second. If they took a break in that meeting, that contradicts his testimony. I'll press on that one a bit more. Thanks for telling me what to do, Phoenix. You're welcome, Dan. We talk sometimes. What were you discussing? The Steel Samurai story and our budget. Get this, the sponsors turn to me and say, Mr. Manoa, those scripts of yours are not appropriate for children. Can't you believe it? Actually, I kinda can. So nobody left the table during the whole meeting. You didn't take a single break. Well... Yeah, not a one. Sweets. What's he sweating so much about, I wonder? If only I had an idea. Wait a second. Maybe I do have an idea. I'm gonna press him harder. Wait a second. I should save. And yes, I am doing it a lot, but I like this. It's just instinct. Mr. Manila, you just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate the T-bone steak during a break? And that it rhymes? Oops. ROFL. Blah, 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 blah. Well? Mr. Manila, what's this all about? Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break. Phoenix, great job. I'm gonna stop giving you that look now. If they took a break, one of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manila, your testimony, please. Erk. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing. That's unnatural. I've fallen into his trap card. Now, Elena, for the record, his best friend who he watched die is also there again, inhabiting her sister. So I don't see what's so weird about that. Duh. Yeah, for what it's worth, we took a break, ROFL. But it was only 15 minutes. 15! That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1? LOL? That's only enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me. Steamed clams. Mixing in some old memes with some new memes. Making lukewarm memes. Hashtag Fuggins. I don't think it would have even been enough time for that, but that's just me. I know a lot about murder. This job's messed me up pretty bad. Or wait, was he talking about the steak? I think he was talking about... I know a lot about steak. This job's messed me up pretty bad. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. I'm going to talk about steak and murder here while no one listens. Yeah, there's nothing like a dismissive LOL. Like that really grinds my gearbox. What time exactly did you take this break? I say it was around 2:30 or so until 2:45. Many sexy ladies were there. 2:30. That's the time of death. So he could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. Also, this feels good. I'm gonna keep slapping this paper. Oh, yeah. It feels so good on my hands. Why am I doing this? Okay. I guess it's possible time-wise. What were you doing for those 15 minutes? Eating my T-bone steak. What else? There were 2 plates on that table? Alright, the other one was Diva... I'm sorry. Diva Skez's plate. Diva's another thing now. With Overwatch. Now I don't know what this is becoming. Diva Skez. The producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes. That's quite a feat. I've done it. I'm not gonna lie, I've done it. Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with this murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio One. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't ingesting? Ugh. Surely you aren't suggesting one of the people in the trailer went to Studio One. Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Listen to the critical music. Look at my dead, soulless eyes. Think about it before you give your answer. I don't want to write off so many possible suspects. But I can't keep claiming the impossible either. I agree that it was possible for anyone in the trailer to go to Studio One in that time. Ha ha! Dangly bits. I thought you might be toddlessly threading on thin ice again. Man, that's a lot of alliteration there, Edward. But I see you had at least an inkling of the truth. What do you mean? What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? It's quite simple. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene of the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead had barred the way. Was it a Mrs. or a Mr.? Anyway. At around 2:15, a strong gust of wind knocked off the studio's mascot's head. Ergo, some proxy, Sic Semper Tyrannis. When the people in the trailer took a break at 2:30, we got a little Daffy Ducky there, the way to the studio was blocked. Blocked by Mrs. Monkey's severed head. Dun dun dun. From the side view, the necklace Mia has looks like... Well, now I'm going to need to see that. I'm going to need to keep an eye on that. Ugh. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point. He called it World's Greatest Detective. And somehow I feel no desire to correct him, because it's, not important. I believe we have seen enough evidence. Now my douchey bow. I would like to relieve Mr. Manila from the stand. What? It's over? Man, a lot of generosity in the rear there. Very well. The court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several other people in Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. If we had that, I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce that we indeed have decisive evidence. A witness. Oh, yeah. Who is this Who is this Edgeness, Mr. Whitworth? Who is this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness saw the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Alright. Order. I will have order. Let's see here. Chalupa. I just realized I'm doing the wrong accent. And that was the wrong one too. Order. I will have order. There we go. Oh, I love coffee. I love coffee. And that has nothing to do with Phoenix Wright. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Let's go play skip ball. Is skip ball a thing? Skip ball's gonna be a thing. Number 1. Oh man, you know it's bad when the stress music has followed you into the lobby. What do we do now, Mia? If everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia? Don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Oh, don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not while there was a chance. Only one thing became clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that. But I was wrong. That's all there is. What's going to happen to me? It kind of seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Yeah. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you are innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us, and be yourself. Be strong. Yas, Queen. You are the Steel Samurai. Hero to children everywhere, after all. You... Thanks, Sniff. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Just like Wu-Tang. Let's do it. Mia makes the kids happy. I don't know why. Oh, hey, here we go. Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years, and this is a murder case, we worry that the defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. The law in this universe makes no sense. I mean, okay. There is, probably in a real court case of this nature, like, you know, like, you gotta be nice to kids. You can't be like, did you do it to me? Did you kill him? Like, you can't just, you know, a few good minutes. But I know where this is going, and it just makes me lose my mind. It's too late, Elena. Nice to see Edgeworth taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. So that's literally to just be like, we're gonna call the witness, but if the defense tries to do their job, the defense hates kids. You really want to let, the guy who hates kids be right, Phoenix Wright. Oh man, his voice, I forgot I committed to such a painful voice for him. Your Honor, if perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on, or some kind of gamer cube. Oh, right. Got it. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. Hi, Naruto. I like this. This is a nice touch. It's not your job. It's like, what grade are you in? Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness. What? Just because you're all gone, doesn't mean you can push me around. No, morphin time. Oh. After 10,000 years, I'm free. Hey, it does look like a donut. Cody? Answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. Hey, Dada Bio. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in the 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Murphy! It's you. Witness. Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing.
You're present. You were at Global Studios on the day of the incident.
You got a problem with that?
Please tell us what you saw that day.
What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just, Mr. Edgeworth, I prefer Billy Joe. Oh, it's gonna be a long day. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom.
My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like special permission if that is possible.
Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid? And you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Also, there's a fox demon inside me. Don't really know how to use all that good yet. The camera, I don't mean the fox. I had the fox demon, I guess. Whatever I know. I'm sorry about that. There's gonna be a few times where doing this voice I might accidentally hurt you guys. I'm sorry about that. Oh man. Okay. Phoenix. I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You better make a note of it in the court record. Cody's camera added to the court record. A new digital... Hey, look kids. This is what cameras used to look like. I used to have one of those in college. Where I met Pat. Which is almost a lifetime. Oh, God. Okay. Don't let it set in. Don't let it... Okay. Very well, Cody. Please testify to the court about what you saw on the day of the incident. I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal, just once. I found a map on the internet, and I went to the studios that day. I went through the woods, off the path, so that old lady wouldn't catch me, and I did my ninja run with my arms to the side. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was a Steel Samurai. You're totally wrong. I'm from I came the bad guy. Of course, Steel Samurai took him down. How? If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tells you. Anyway, I couldn't get this. Oh my god, now I'm making myself lightheaded. I couldn't get in the studio, so I went home. So it's that teenage kid from The Simpsons and a little tiny bit of Lumpy Space Princess, actually, now that I'm hearing it. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. But be gentle, remember, you're talking to a child. Okay, go into talking to Pat mode, got it. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. He's got a fucking sword. You really like the Steel Samurai, huh? Of course I do! I've taped every show! Oh god, taping. Yeah. And I go to all the live performances! That's impressive. Yeah, this kid's ready to fuck shit up if necessary. Like, you know, like demons like show up and be like, let's rock, baby! And he'll just everything. It's great. Have you been to the amusement park? Of course, duh! My dad always takes me. Poor dad. I bet he's the Hokage. When you have a beard, a lot of shit gets on your beard. Was that day the first time you'd been to the studio? Actually, I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on rehearsal day. That security lady's always yelling. Right. Please continue.
chill, Bobs. I'm getting to it.
I'm gonna need to pee a lot when the stream is done. Oh yeah, like this kid's got a plastic katana, a digital camera from 20 years ago. He's got a hat with a top knot on it. Like this kid is begging to be wedgie. Like honestly, like just like the Rasengan levels of wedgie awaiting him are impressive.
How am I supposed to talk with you crying all the time? Oh, the Undertaker.
Oh, I gotta save that Barbera voice for something. Off the path?
Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there. If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was.
Like, like, there's trees everywhere. It's like, they talk about the block path, but it looks like you can fucking make your way through the trees. I see.
Anyhow.
Oh, wait. Did nothing unusual happen on your way to the studio?
Unusual.
Did you see this monkey by any chance?
Oh, you mean Mr. Monkey? Yeah, I saw him, but his head wasn't busted.
So you went straight to the studio. You got lost in the woods?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. It was bad. It was like Zelda. Man, it was hard when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next?
That little anime, like, angry thing on him. Oh yeah, I was friends with the Dragon Ball guy in our school. He had the cards, he had manga, like both untranslated and translated, like he was importing them. He had a modded PS1 and we played like GT games on it. And it was cool, but the problem is like that was all there was. So after a few years it kind of became a little, you know, in retrospect, we were stupid kids. We should have never like been like, oh, Dragon Ball is not cool anymore. You know, I hope he's doing okay. I live my life full of regrets. Anyway. The Steel Samurai?
Yeah, he was standing by a studio gate. It looked like he was thinking about something before going in. Then he opened up the gate and went inside.
I see. What then? What sort of bad guy was it?
A guy, a person, kind of tall, skinny. I think it was Slender Man.
Are you sure it was a guy?
Brr. I don't know. He's kind of far away.
Huh. It's being awfully vague.
Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Oh!
What happened to the bad guy?
Huh? Well, I kind of didn't move. Like, out of bed. Like, he was dead. I guess he's a real pro. What a great actor.
Yeah, I suppose he was. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then?
No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it on me all the time. Jeez.
Really? I guess seeing the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. If all else fails, emotional blackmail. Just like Fuggins' parents. Anyway, easy for you to say. He's clearly nuts about you. Alright, so I actually haven't looked at the court record since loading up the game. Yeah. Wait, did I save? I forget. Yeah, I saved. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so he basically says he always carries it, so I guess we'll go with that. Yeah, let's try that. There we go. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that. You showed me a lot of pictures of your poop. It was very disturbing. Huh? Looks like he's vomiting up a bunch of marshmallow. The microphone picked that up. Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right? Mr. Wright, a word with you. Uh-oh. Was I putting the pressure on too much? What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about? Oh, I forgot. It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? How do I explain smartphones to this guy? He's gonna lose his mind when I tell him about the cloud. I see. Anyway, Cody. I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright. How cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. You big doo-doo head. I don't care if he's a child or a prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody? What? What? Yeah, so I have my camera. So what? You got a problem with all that? Slice you up. Slice and dice. Hey, this kid's kind of a dick. So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera? Why would I use it? I was too busy watching. Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. Yeah, I have my camera with me. But it was good to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off it. The Steel Samurai, he goes for the bad guy. Wham! Last Christmas. Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong. The Steel Samurai rules. Sasuke. He hums a lot. I just realized that now. It's like those people who send text messages and they never use a single, like nobody uses punctuation. I use punctuation in texts most of the time. I like that. But then I have people who overdo it, so it'll never be like, okay, see you then, period. It'll be like, hey, see you then, period, period, period. And they do that for every sentence. They just use multiple periods to make it everything they're typing sound ominous. I have a friend who does that. Drives me fucking crazy. Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Do you guys think he had his camera? The answer may surprise you. So, why didn't you use it? He's getting to that. Relax and listen. It's like ASMR.
I didn't use it because I was too busy watching the real thing.
Wow, yeah, like, nothing like today's cell phone generation. You know who I'm talking to. Me. So you're watching The Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't turn away, not even once?
No.
Okay then, tell us exactly what happened. Scene by scene. Spoil the whole thing for us. Hey man, this kid knows something. I'm gonna make him spill the beans. Even if it leaves him scarred for life.
Yeah, I'm getting to that.
So the bad guy attacked him first?
Yeah.
What sort of person was this bad guy?
I told you, a person. He was person. Very personable.
How was he dressed?
Bruh. I kinda don't remember. I was too busy watching Steel Samurai. He's so swole.
I see. And what happened next?
Then the bad guy stopped moving.
Why?
Huh? What do you mean, why?
Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Let's get Steel Samurai, bro. Just it.
And how exactly did you do that?
How do you do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that. Yeah, it's all in the mind.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this? Cody.
What?
Something's bothering me. Before you said you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah? So what?
Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has clearly stated what he saw quite clearly. Said clearly too many times there. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? Could you kill somebody by slapping them, you think? Could you... I get, like forgetting something like, like a small child like Pat. Like Pat, anybody could, like, poor boy, slap him to death. But could you kill an adult, someone who's really strong? Could Ronda Rousey, slap a dude to death? Like a full-sized, fully formed dude, not a Pat? It's gonna keep me up tonight. I'm just thinking about that. Like, how many slaps would it take for Ronda Rousey to just, murk Pat, and then she would take over his life? What can you picture Ronda Rousey sitting in that cube? Okay, this has gone off on a weird tangent. I love Pat, and I would totally defend him against Ronda Rousey. And then we'd both die, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you could you could probably do some weird put somebody in a sleeper hold until they die, it'd be terrible. Could you slap someone to death? Like this? If I just did this, am I a lethal weapon now? Am I a super weapon? My point is this. Cody, have you seen this? Okay, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fight. But you missed the most important part. The killing blow. Hey, he's right. He's pretty good. Order. Mr. Wright. How could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Well, that's the thing. Phoenix. I believe you're on the right track with this. Think. Why didn't Cody see the non-stop ultimate climax of the fight? And I know it's infinite, not ultimate, bro. I know you. You can figure this out. Oh, those dumplings are coming back. Oh, no. Ooh. Mr. Wright, your answer? We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Oh, this is tricky. I feel like he couldn't watch it. Do I have any evidence? This could be a tricky one. I might have to safe scum this one a bit. Oh, maybe I have to show the scrapbook because he's going to take a photo of the victory. Well, let's try that. Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? Here's my proof. Proof? Can I do that again? This doesn't prove anything. Ah, lost your nerve, have you? Let's try... at least it's not penalizing me here. Alright. Here's my proof. What's that? The camera that steals your soul? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too, motherfucker. Those things were complicated back in the time. There's a lot of dials and shit. We're not going to talk about how strong you have to be to kill people anymore. I feel that's a dark path. Correct. Why would Cody be looking somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. He was trying to take a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye.
What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids? Oh, Leaf Village. Hidden Leaf Village.
Pressing, not picking. Pressing. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. You can't trust kids. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right, I take pictures of Pat all the time. Cody, there's only one reason why you would have looked away from the fight. And that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet. So you missed the climax of the fight. Correct?
Yeah.
Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Do it. Do it. Do it, you little bastard. Right. Mia means business. She wants me to be mean to this kid. Like, really fucking mean. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well. Cody, could you please tell us about your camera? And about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid. Real world with really fucked up laws. Oh. He has no teeth. That's how young he is. Oh wait, there they are. That's weird.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain. So I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened, yeah?
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Pops?
Yeah, I called you Pops, you spiky haired geezer.
Geezer? I'm Mr. Edgeworth, and I'm...
That's what I hate about you grown-ups. You're all so self-conscious.
It's my birthday fucking 3 days ago, you little bastard. I'm not old. Shut up. Okay, off with the kid gloves. Testify, witness. Testify.
Yeah, it is.
So you did see the beginning of the fight.
Yeah.
Did you notice anything unusual?
I guess the Steel Samurai was moving a little strange.
Moving strangely? And limp.
So I pulled up my camera to take a picture.
Why couldn't you take a picture?
My new camera has too many buttons. I couldn't figure it out. I tried to take a picture. I really tried.
Wait, the kid has gray hair too? Really? When the lens opened, what did you see? I think it's the lighting, but yeah.
Oh, a person on the ground and the Steel Samurai. That's all I have.
That's all?
Yeah, I told you I didn't take a picture.
I would have once I got that lens open. Did he really not take a picture? Not even one? Press him hard. Nah, he definitely would have taken a picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye?
How did you know?
I see through all your lies, Cody Hackins. It's one of my powers.
Wow!
This feels great. I love lying to kids and making them feel bad. Oh. I've become my parents.
Yeah, I took a picture.
Perhaps you can change your testimony to reflect this, Cody?
I took a few shots, it was too late, so I erased them.
This will be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's about. I accidentally... Yeah, I feel like by pressing on that, that'll be... Oh, wait. You erase them?
Yeah.
Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious?
Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that?
You're becoming less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon or some solid evidence. Okay, I think this is where I use the scrapbook. There we go. Cody.
What? Man, every time you say Cody, follow with something bad.
I just want to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh? Oh, right.
What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. Let's take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection.
I'm so tired of doing his voice. Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you keep it for your album? My hair must look terrible. How bad does my hair look right now? Yes, I'm checking out my hair. I'm sorry. It's not... Oh, whatever. It's bad, but there's really nothing I can do about it right now.
Oh!
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? What strange magical technology is this? It's called Path to Glory. It's a pretty rad name, and it's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. The drawing is shit, though. The one on the front, absolute trash. Look at that shit. It's terrible. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order. Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. Oh, no, wait, no way. Phoenix? I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. I just remember now what it is, too. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes. I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. I can read your mind, Phoenix. It's rad being dead. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what is going on here. If this is what I remember it is, this is really where I realize I fucking love this game, because this is one of those twists that I really didn't expect. Why was there no picture in the album from the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? Because the Steel Samurai didn't win. I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way! No! It's impossible! Steel Samurai never loses! He never loses anyone ever!
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his words. There's a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. Hey, Jutsu, welcome to the party. The law party. Yeah. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit what he saw would destroy everything he believed in. We've just ruined this kid's life, really. He dredged up some real bad memories in public. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Ah, I forgot they make a can't handle the truth joke in a fucking law game. Hey, what? It's just like that Jack Nicholson. Order! I will have order. Witness? I mean Cody? Is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw, Cody. Don't be a bad boy. Alright, here we go. Nothing gets you pumped like making a kid cry. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down. And then he didn't move.
My God, Jesus. See that uvula. Made a kid cry in court today. Another job well done. Hey, that kid's crying really hard. Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Man, these guys should just kiss. Mr. Wright, what's going on? I'm scared. Apparently we've all made a serious error. An error? What's this all about? If you understand what really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order! 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 So the Steel Samurai in this photograph. The Steel Samurai in this photograph? You're saying the man in this costume is the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run-through that morning. There's scary face up there. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Ms. Oldback said in her testimony?
On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He'd already gone to the studio before I got back to the guard station.
Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. Man, what a great set of hair these guys have. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. Oh, this is a creepy-ass fucking picture. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room. Then he snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I really don't. This fucking got me. I wish I had anime here.
I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange. So it's a different person inside the suit. Bombs.
Huh? Me? What? What?
Actually, there was one piece of data I saved.
Data?
Yeah, a photo of my digital camera of Lieutenant Data.
Oh, that music can only mean good things. What? Show us, quick!
No way, man. Not if you're gonna look at me like that.
Now. No. Now.
Snip. Here. This is it.
Look at the back. Look at that muscular ass back. Well, looking at this, it's still a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I think I should save the game. I agree, Your Honor. This isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix. Yeah? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. That photo is all the evidence you need to win this trial. But what? Your Honor. Your Honor. May I see that photo once more, please? Certainly. I don't see why not. Phoenix, show him. There's a glaring, decisive inconsistency with the facts, as we know them in that photo. Your Honor, look at this. I see a gate. Might I draw attention to the number on that gate? The number? Oh, yes. Well, it's hard to see, but it looks like a number 2. I think a little more Kermit the Frog there. Clearly not a number 1, Your Honor, correct? Oh! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. Eh? What? What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. Hey, Mel. Nice. I'm glad that Marilyn's enjoying the game. We're talking about Infinity War. Great. And Mel's here. Great. Okay. The gang's all here to be shocked. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Here, at Studio 2. I see, that would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. I'm pretty sure it's that the path was blocked. And that the trailer's there. The path to the trailer was blocked. So we have heard. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet in actuality, the reverse was true. Only somebody in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime. Studio 2. Oh my god, wow. Oh. Nope. As you may recall, there is this trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Ms. D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. Ugh, that must have been the scene. They were at the scene of the crime. Oh wow, it's true. Yeah, this all makes sense. Order! The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Ms. Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a steel samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Madness? Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim, I say. Why would he steal a steel samurai costume? Slam! Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I don't feel like I have proof, and I'm not gonna bluff. Do I have proof? Ooh, maybe the sleeping pills? You do? You do, Mr. Wright? Not that they're so surprised, suddenly I'm much less confident. I think I'm right, though. Here's my proof that Jack Hammer stole the costume. That's actually might be a stretch. I might have fucked up here. Oh, nice. I'm a genius. This is it. An empty medicine bottle? I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table where Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers ate. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wow, that's not cool, man. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise some suspicions, yes. But there is no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Test Powers' blood or fingerprint the bottle. I feel like fingerprinting the bottle probably is the one that makes the most sense here. Like, I don't think his blood would still have sleeping pills in it after all this time. I want to check this bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprints should show up on this bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Huggins' testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The steel samurai seen by Ms. Olbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. My beard isn't gray, it's a weird type of blonde. And those in the trailer did have time to commit the murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the steel samurai costume? Also, who killed him? And why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. Isn't that like the police's job? I did not know that, Elena. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth, you get to have the night off. Go, enjoy a movie. You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you will need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers.
As you say, Your Honor.
This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. One way or another, I want to send someone to the chair.
Oh man, this guy really wants to kill a suspect.
Very well, the court is adjourned.
Phew!
If you guys don't mind, I'm not stopping the stream, but I would like to take a little bathroom break. I'm gonna just take 2 minutes to freshen up, reapply my mascara, and I'll be right back. Use this time also to grab a snack, and try to think of who the real murderer is. I think it's you, actually. So I'll be right back. Like a minute. Alright, stop having a mature, intelligent discussion about forensic science. I'm back. Hope you guys like that Be Right Back screen. It was designed by the very talented and all-around pretty swell Justinian Knight, who also streams. I think that's his name on Twitter and like on Twitch. He does some video games. He does some art. Yeah. Hope you guys know about him. I think Pat has talked about him too. He's a good guy. And it was a gift from my good buddy Strident, who also streams and I think hasn't done it in a while. And now that I'm streaming, I'm gonna put the pressure on him to also stream because I'm a good friend who likes to inflict peer pressure on his friends. All right, so we're back. Changed hats. Got some more water. Save again. Even though it's completely redundant. Phew. Yeah, whatever, Strident. All I hear is excuses. I want to hear manly testaments of yes, I will. I just realized this is like the first time I've like gotten up. Well, no, it's like the second time I've gotten up in the middle of the stream, so I just want to make sure. Am I still like visible? Is everything okay? I'm gonna open up the stream. Yeah, alright, cool. Thank you. Thank you, Elena and Strident. I am visible. Hooray! That was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. When you say home, you mean like... Do you mean like hot chick heaven? Is that what you mean? Me too. I'd love to go to hot chick heaven. Really? You both seem so confident. Maybe you should take up a career in acting, eh? I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. We thought you were screwed. Dead. Oh, of course we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But I promise you, we will find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. We have no choice. Like, there's not an option at this point. I always like wash my hands and face too vigorously, and I just get some shit on my glasses. I don't like how I look without my glasses. I feel like I'm all beady-eyed. Right. Thanks. It's hard to do his voice when he's only saying like basic things. Damn, Stratton, you working it. Ooh, I kind of wish he'd be saying ooh again. Alright, back at the office. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya! Oh, that's... Yeah, I guess that's nice. I'm gonna miss those two. I mean, Mia. So what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Also, I'm super not fazed at all by being possessed by my dead sister multiple times. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have because this system is so fucked up. Initial trial? What's that? Is it like Initial D? I love Initial D. That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. That's so many cases in the system, they decided to speed up the whole process. Not even Gotham City is that bad. Like, that is fucked up, man, that there's that much crime. So under that system, trials have to end in like 3 days? Mondo bummer. She does not know what's happening during the body takeovers, which I think is going to factor into a future case. I don't know how she experiences it. Like it must be weird for her to wake up like a full day later. I don't know. Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. The Fae Sisters theme. I'm never gonna not talk about how much I love that theme. It's such a upbeat little jingle. It's not jank at all. All right. I'm not gonna talk because I haven't. Well, no, let's talk to her. I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Why does Will sleep with, like, his teeth clenched? Man, it's a creepy-ass picture. What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, no fucking idea. Yeah. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where the trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Yes, she was. Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go to talk to WP? WP, Powers, right, yeah. Yeah, it's true. Like, some people here aren't upset about everything as much as they should be.
I can't believe I was drugged. Mr. Wright, you did it again today. Thank you.
Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick. You must have really wowed them in there. Wowie zowie. And could you wipe that grin off your face? It's a pretty hardcore grin. Hey, WP, only one day left. Then you die. Let's make it count.
Yes. So there's not really anything I can do to help?
I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Ms. Vasquez?
Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius.
A genius?
She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right around, nobody dares to tell her different these days.
Why is that?
Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on his knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh,
And what? And what?
Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard.
Okay, that's.
I've only heard rumors anyhow.
Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila?
Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. With something in his work called Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Now everyone knows his name's Sal Manila. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that.
Doesn't look like he can jump very high. Ah, see, me and Nick are both jackasses. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth.
Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global.
How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. Samurai Summer 2. It's hotter outside. cry sometimes. Yeah, sometimes you gotta cry. You gotta let it out. There's no point in holding it in. Oh, I'm so thirsty. I like the caffeine of coffee and the taste of coffee, but I like the refreshing nature of water.
He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global.
5 years ago. Let's present some evidence. Here's that picture again.
Is that really Jack Hammer inside that suit?
He's the only one who it could have been.
But why would he?
Yeah, why? You're a medium, why don't you summon up Mr. Hammer's spirit and ask him yourself? Which is a really good question, actually. Give me about 3 more years. Look at us, the 2 novices. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers?
What's that? I've never seen these steel samurais in my life.
These are the steel samurais that appear at the live shows, which would make sense that it's not you. A fanboy collected all the pictures himself.
Seeing things like this really make me think. I mean, so much of these kids, you know, sniff.
Oh yeah, I don't have the bottle. I was gonna show him the bottle of sleeping pills. So, alright, well, whatever. Let's check out the studio. Oh no. Oh, it's a good thing I've freshened up my water. Alright. I think I had to choose it for the fingerprint. I don't think any of the other options... Like, you can't test his blood. It's got to be out of his system by now. And there was no point in checking out the victim's body. Like, there'd be no... like, unless he ate a bunch of the sleeping pills, too. Like, I don't know. So... The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew! She's alive. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her. She always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover. Does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? Ooh, Maya's got a lot of growing up to do. That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. Don't check out my Tinder, please. About Mr. Hammer. Arrgh. Yeah. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. Drag his star down from the sky and stomp on it. Call him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Uh-oh. She is really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why? Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. I feel like I'm not being, like, old lady enough as I used to be. Ms. Oldbag? What? Get that filth out of my sight. And you're claiming that's poor old Hammer in there? I thought you were such an innocent youth. Bah.
I'm not in the mood for thinking, thank you very much. Alright, so
I guess we can try and look around a bit. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Wasn't that a nice day for us? Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. 2? 2? My voice cracks when I does the higher pitched voices from time to time. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. I'm not going to look around yet unless I notice something out of the ordinary or I'm really stuck. Because I have a feeling a lot of the stuff is going to be the same or similar. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello? H-E-L-L-O. H-E-L-L-O. Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me? Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Oh, dear. Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it. Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My Fey blood speaks to me. I know it. I know it. Oh, dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer? About yourselves? Oh dear. Alright. What happens if I present anything? She's not even looking. Okay, hey, you look. Why are you showing that to me, Nick? That's sad. Wasn't the assistant cleaning up yesterday? Funny, it still seems pretty messy in here. I guess she was still on a high from getting that rare card she needed. Nothing in here that could be a clue, just some paper cups. Okay. Yeah, nothing seems to be different, so I'm gonna just look around a bit and... I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. Wonder if there's any other clues lying around. Yarr! No touching. Hee! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? Almost had a heart attack. I love it when she puffs up her cheeks. It's adorable. I guess I can be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique, indeed. Ahem. Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Ergo. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills how? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. A science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change color. Wow, neat. Forensics. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Now I just put a little like this, and I rub it, and I rub it in, all nice and gentle-like. And then, then I sniff it a little bit. Then I taste it. And then I just kind of rub it on my body a little bit. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Steak plate added to the court record. Delicious. Oh, broccoli, gross. That goes your investigation. To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, they don't pay me enough to think. But I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. How's Edgeworth doing, anyway? Is he mad? Hope he's mad. Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed this paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa, that's erotic. Talk about burns, pal. Wow, the fury of Edgelord. Yeah, crushing paper cups. That's ooh, that's scary. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints, all over the bottle. So that means... Yep. Sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. Dun dun dun. So I was right. Hooray, I wasn't just full of shit. Oh, great, I can show it back to Powers later. So nothing seems different, so let's check out anything. Yeah, that was left like that. Okay, let's check out inside the trailer, the dressing room. Oh, wait, what was I doing? Hello? What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dress. Wait, no, what was I doing for her? It was a Teen Girl Squad thing. I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? WP's innocent. Yes, I'm grateful for all you've done. But this week is the last episode of Steel Samurai. What? No. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. The paper cup was full of hot coffee. That's still pretty badass. Yes. On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? There it is. That's the one I was doing. Oh. I guess the rumor must be true then. There we go. That's the voice I was doing for. The rumor? Yeah. Ms. Vasquez, that producer had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt?
Dirt, you know, bad stuff.
I know what dirt means.
About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. A flux capacitor on my chest.
The film set? Is that trailer part of the film set then? What do you mean, the last Steel Samurai?
I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant.
No. No.
Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. They're going to be dedicated entirely to esports.
What? Why?
I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided.
Why aren't you gonna make kids shows anymore?
The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want to quiet, you understand? How can they just do that?
What about all the kids who love the Steel Samurai?
It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. Or not. They'll find a new hero to follow. Like everyone's favorite Twitch streamer, Angriest Pad.
No, that can't be true. I hate that guy. I'm a bigger Page fan. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. No, yeah. I prefer to watch Clem's personally. But, you know, it's just me, Phoenix Wright's opinion. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Oh, yeah, this is probably it.
And this is?
A fan collected all of these photographs. Look at these photographs. Kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I think you would understand that better than anyone. Look at that coy face.
You're right. Okay. But what can I do?
Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studio is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago.
Okay.
Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago?
Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault.
Someone died?
It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up real good.
And that's the dirt that she had on Hammer? Oh, man. Dinner's trying to make a comeback. Hey, Captain Bat. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public?
Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if it got out.
I see. But his career tanked anyway. Like, if he went from making big movies to doing a B part on a kids show, they didn't care about his career that much.
You know who knows more about this? Mrs. Olbach. She was here at the studios back then, you know?
Thanks. We'll try asking her. She'll talk. Look at my badge.
I'm sorry. I'm not sure what to make of that.
Alright, don't look at my badge. Away with you, Gotcha. What? You still slinging around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? No, windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. What do they think of me, Global Studios, how it is today? Hammer. It's Hammer time. It's all due to Hammer time. She's trying to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. Now, before we actually talk to her, there's something I've been meaning to do. Now that we got the bauble back, I just want to see if he has anything to say about being on drugs.
Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. It hasn't even dawned on me that I was drugged. I wish someone could think of some way for me to help you. I'm sorry, sniff.
Like, wow, has no comment on the fact that he was drugged. Yeah. I'm glad all of you are hype in the chat. Stay hype, be hype, live hype, the hype life. Hype. Right. Wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who'd you hear that from? Huh? Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to? The waifu? Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnapper! Trying to dirt on someone's past like that? And the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. Alright. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? Expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I do have proof. Sorry, Ms. Olbach, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Using this. What? What's a empty ball supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's proof that he used those pills on Powers? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. I remember back in the day, this kind of bittersweet feeling that she really did seem to genuinely care for him. Like, even now admitting, yeah, it's messed up. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. God. The sad music in these games. Oh my god. So good. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Ms. Oldbag. You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. A fatal attraction dent. What's worse, a paparazzo took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzo. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to harm anyone. Miss Oldbag. Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, it's dangerous to go outside. Take this. Yeah.
roast chicken and red potatoes and wine sauce? That's way better than takeout dumplings, dude. Good job. Bon appetit. Look at this photograph. Well now. Well now. They were making a live-action Prince of Tennis. Can you believe that? Wow. Also, she looks really bad without her, like, her sexy lady shawl. Like that haircut is just not working. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. How did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't much feel like talking about it. But to give you an idea, I had sex with a paparazzo. I understand. The 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Let's dig up painful memories. Poor old Hammer. He was a big star, the biggest. That accident 5 years ago is what did him in. He wanted to hide it. He didn't want anyone to know. Poor, silly old Hammer. If he had just come out and confessed, then Vasquez wouldn't have gotten her claws into him. What's really great is in a lot of these games, they end up fleshing out the victim a lot. And you learn a lot about them. Okay. Oh, of course, no, I'm an idiot. Of course, there's somebody who I should really probably present that photo to. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get it? Aye, well. Old bag. Old? Phoenix keeps trying to play dumb. It's really cute. She means the security lady. Ms. Oldbag, Nick. Right, anyway. Ms. Vasquez? You hid this incident from the press. How do you cover up an... Well, if you're in the mob, I guess you can cover up a murder pretty well. And you use it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Uh-huh. It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind? Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. I feel like this is bad. I feel like this is a bad sign. You came. Well then. What was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? Ms. Vasquez, you were using that accent. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. Yes. So you may blackmail him now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident. But you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of his own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? Also, it's weird now that I'm making eye contact. What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No.
No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. I made him do commercials for, like, Mucinex. And the bathtub for old people that you sit in and it's got the bars, yeah? It's sauvage. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of Hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises, too. It was, how you say, erotic. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Give it to me, now. What? This is valuable evidence, boys. Oh no. Is Yakuza. These are my boys. Ugly Majima. Old Kiryu. Handsome Date. Jim. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow, da? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so bad? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why would D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going, comrade. So long, comrades. Boys, erase away. No! Yeah! The cops are here! Hold it right there. I heard everything, pal. Oh my god, like I forgot that Gumshoe actually fucking comes through hard on this. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Also, the boys are coming. Fucking hell yeah, brother. Hey, you okay, pal? The game reminds you that despite being incompetent, Gumshoe is well-meaning and also kinda heroic when he needs to be. Makes me happy. Sorry, I was a little late with my entrance. I wanted to make it all dramatic, like it was WrestleMania or something. Also, look at my eyebrows. Look how crazy they are. Look at this. Up and down, up and down, up and down. And both of them up, now up and down. It's crazy. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Apparently, I'm a cop. Also, look how cool my hair is from this angle. It's real spiky and shit. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay. I've got one more job to do in there. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Well, Nick, we were almost just murdered. Looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Hell yeah. I'd usually stop here, but I feel like going a bit longer, if you guys don't mind. What do you guys think? Should I keep going? Yeah. It's always really exciting when the final when the real, because in some of these cases they don't always show who, like sometimes they show who the murderer is, and that's fun. Sometimes when you find out the real, like, you know, culprit, the real evil big villain, it's exciting. I'll play a little longer. I don't know if I'll finish this case. We'll see about how long the testimonies are. Maybe I'll go further. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I don't care who's found guilty, but somebody will. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Hey, Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. How come I never call any witnesses? That sucks. Yeah, I'm not gonna finish it. I'll maybe go for another 20-30 minutes. Like especially if I feel my voice like starting to go. The prosecution calls Ms. D. Vasquez to the stand. Ms. D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Oh yeah. And she smokes a lot. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I'm producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, duh. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Oh, that's so hot. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Also, my sister's not here. So, sorry. That's probably really useful today. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Nick, Jesus Christ. I entered the trailer a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. How you say, piggyback, da? At 2:30 we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer, and we talked about the latest episode of My Hero Academia. We found Hammer's body later, when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There is a van at Studio 2. I had them take me in that. By the way, again, I apologize for the crappy Russian accent. I love, it's a wonderful accent, and I am doing it a very poor disservice. I've made terrible decisions. I apologize to everybody who has the real accent or who just is listening to me right now. Thank you. And now we resume your regularly scheduled Fuggins. I thought it might be risky to walk. What with that monkey's head toppling over? Van added to the court records. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. By yourself? Da. And you didn't stop in the employee area? Yet. Are you always this, terse? Da. Oh dear. The meets. Oh, wait, I remember that part. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a bit more about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Slam, stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Comrade Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? Yet. The meeting ended at 4 and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was state the obvious, Edgeworth. Hold on, and hold it. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in the studio too, van. Oh. Yeah, right. Yeah. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. Wow. It was a 15-minute break. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. Win Piracini is enough. That lady is not a prostitute. She's just an evil criminal TV producer genius. Who might also be just a really powerful chain smoker. She committed murder during that break. She wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Ah, yes, steak evidence. Well, Nick, find anything? Kinda wish she'd said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said. Somewhere. Yeah, it's the steak thing. Beautiful. Wow, you guys are being really hard on TV producers. I had no idea you felt this strongly. Give me 1 second, sir. I'm just checking something. Okay, that's good. And perfect. Okay. Aha! Just as I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. What's this now, Mr. Ray? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Ms. Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at a table outside the trailer. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Yeah. Ms. Vasquez, well, sorry, Ms. Vasquez? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to imitate your accent there. That was terrible of me. Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone Did you ingest the bone? I think I know how. Oh yeah, you ate a bone too as an option. You didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. The defense charges you on the crime of not eating steak. The penalty is steak. You took your steak and threw it somewhere. Like that incinerator. Yeah. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Hey, that lady's kinda hot. Order! Order, save the game! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Ms. Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. What was that? And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. What's her name a pun of? D. Vasquez. The Vasquez, like... Doesn't sound like her name's a pun on anything. Oh, man. When me and Pat went to see Endgame, we had steak before. It was nice. So romantic. Good luck, Nick. Oh, yeah, this is the big stress music. Let's see. What was the murder weapon again? Ah, yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. I am 4'7", 80 pounds, only slightly larger than my favorite Twitch streamer, Angry Spats. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as weapon? I don't think she could, if I'm remembering parts of this case. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? She's like wearing all one color. Like, is that... I feel like that's not good accessorizing. You know, it makes everything kind of drab. But maybe that's what she's going for. Kind of a weird hot mortician's wife sort of thing. What's the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that this samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. Okay, this, It's either the spear itself or this. Wrong, Mr. Wright, but I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough to know when you're going to present the wrong evidence. I can sense it too with my Fey blood. My blood's really powerful. Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Right. Okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. It's the spear itself. I present my proof. The so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Gotta go fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was a security lady. Yoo-hoo! She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who is wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Hey, he's right. Duct tape can't fix everything. Duct tape can fix everything. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be hurt. Oh, yes, mistress. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? With a hammer? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? I can't tell you. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? That's not how Phoenix Wright rolls, y'all. I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Okay, this time it's the fence. Look at this photo. Now, everybody calm down. This is gonna freak you out a bit. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing atop of the stairs. Hey, wow, he's Prince Tennis. Cool. How much hammer can you hammer in the hammer time? Order, order! If I cannot have order, this travel will be suspended. Which is probably a good thing, give us more time, but whatever. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. It was an unfortunate accident in Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago has happened again! Mr. Wright. Oh, sorry. Mr. Wright, continue. Okay, picture this, y'all. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Ms. D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. Oh, somebody's looking all stressful. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Ho, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my scriptwriting staff. We're working on one of the Marvel shows. Tell me, how would you like to be a writer on... What's a Marvel show that Phoenix could... Oh my god. Would you like to be a writer for the Phoenix Saga? There you go, I nailed it. Beautiful. I'm a genius. You deny that what I say is true? Hmm? Mr. Wright, let's say for the sake of argument that Hammer died at the trailer, as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break, da? How could I have disposed of the body, Tovarish? The break in the meeting trailer met the trailer lasted 15 minutes from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death and then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his own costume? Is Fuggins really gassy? Oh lord. Okay, I'm okay. There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? It's either she couldn't deal with it or she had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance, actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for her to carry that body. There we go. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. There you go. Ms. Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1. And you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio Van. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget, it was Salmonella that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator? This one I'm really not sure about, actually. Of course. Salmonella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Ms. Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Ms. Vasquez, shall I continue? Yeah, you don't like that, do you? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. Because you look stupid. Himph. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Don't Riddler me. Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. Wait, so you mean E. Vasquez? So it was you? You killed Jack Hammer? Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Hey, she's right. She knows the law. You Vasquez don't give any fucks, really. Order, Mr. Edgeworth, your tuts? I don't know. Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did, but there's no proof. By the way, how's my cravat looking? Does it look good? Does it look alright? Yes. All right. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. Urk, what do I do now? Has nobody brought up that Gumshoe himself overheard her threatening to kill me? Like, it's weird that that hasn't come up yet. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? No one to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions and get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn, to come so far only to fail. As it seems there are no further questions, I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Ms. D. Vasquez. Oh, shit. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Oh, shit. I see. Very well. Wait, there, here it is. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see what we have to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, I don't... indeed. Very well, I say, ergo. Oh no, the veneer is breaking. I want to hear what happened after they found the body. After the... Oh my god, this is getting hard to keep track of. After they found the body. Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Humph. Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? Probably realized she did it too. But... Wasn't he the one that says he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? Edgeworth. My old friend. I was with Sal in Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers saying he did it. Yeehaw! I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. I don't know why I'm raspier today, Nick. Did my sister do something with my... Okay, never mind. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Just wring it out of her neck. Right. Hello, Lude. Oh, no, Willie and Pat streaming. That's good fun. You didn't have to do that. I won't figure it out, Cappy. Sorry. What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was dim. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing any bodies into costumes, mind you. Press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put the hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh? What did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing any bodies into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boyvich. Boyvinish. Boy? How old is she anyway? The witness will continue her testimony. Penny's 18, Sal's 32, she's 30. She's the same age as me. That's weird. Alright, it's a weird coincidence. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he seems. Did no one go to call him? Remember. Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us. Yet you expect me to be calm? You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Press harder. Wait a second. Wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Ms. Vasquez? Hanf. Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his steel samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. Ah, that's me. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that cleans that. Very well, Ms. Vasquez, you may continue. Okay. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent. Like dead body, ah? So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Yes, just like this. This is good. Everybody's doing good job. Silence. Hey Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Old bag. Security lady. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going towards the studio. Right, the Steel Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course, I heard all of this after the effects. A photograph. Meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. You asked to be left out? Yes. That. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved. Thus, they covered for us. Covered for you. Or covered it up for you. There must have been a lot riding on this with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess, yeah. Very well. Ms. Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor! Fucking hell, yeah. I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think. Ms. Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. What? What? Huh? I like how the smoke is also shocked and not moving. I love it when Edgeworth and Phoenix tag team a witness. Is great. Makes me feel good inside. Hey, what's he doing? Order!
Order! Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense?
I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation?
I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. Himph. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this, where both sides are working towards a common goal of truth and justice? Is madness. This is not the Japan I grew up in. Senpai. No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason.
Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, by the way, sorry, she said that she knew that Hammer was injured and wouldn't be able to continue. How did you know about the injury?
How did I know? Sal. He told me.
Sal, the director. You have to find something to peg this on her here. Everything we've done now will be wasted. Believe in you, Nick. Go get him. I feel it might be this. There we go. Beautiful. Yeah, cooperation is lame. It's for losers. You knew that Hammer was injured. Don't you think that's a little funny? Like, not ha-ha funny, but weird funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What?
Mr. Wright, explain yourself.
Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. That's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Pretending?
One person was injured in the run-through, though. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured?
I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. You must have gotten it wrong.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna use that for another. I'm gonna use that for another case. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Ms. Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes.
Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured?
Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers.
Ah!
And when was he doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume. And went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Ms. Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who'd been injured that morning. I think we're close here, guys.
Order, I will have order.
Witness. Can you refute this claim?
Humph.
Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Jerk.
Very well. I have a question for you.
Irk? Why are the real killers always so persistent? It's like they don't want to go to jail for murder or something.
Why in the world will I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but it was a start. I
have nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is reason, it's unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? I feel like I can. Okay, I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court the evidence as to Miss Vasquez's motive in this murder. It's the only thing I can think of right now, to be honest. This is my proof, and it works. Great, beautiful. This is the photo from before? This photo reveals the motive in this murder. There we go. I'm right, aren't I, Ms. Vasquez? Him. 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With the Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Miss Vasquez have? Yes, this is right. According to what you say, I would have had no reason to kill him. He was a good source of income for me, and I never get rid of useful men. It's policy of mine. It's very kinky policy. Mr. Wright? Oh, man. Only thing I can think of is showing the, showing the picture again. Yeah, no, I had a feeling it was not that. Okay. Nick, we're so close. Think this one through, please. Mr. Wright, I'll ask you again. Perfect record, unblemished. She had no motive, Your Honor. Which then, okay, I think I remember now. It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. Yeah. I'm almost certain I made the same mistake the first time I tried this case too. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. It is so weird that they play the Steel Samurai music at this point. What? What? He said what a few times? Is he Stone Cold Steve Austin? Your Honor. Your Honor. Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool security lady into thinking it was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, damn. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. It was me. Also, this is fake accent, so for the sake of this rest of this, I'm going to talk with my normal voice, which sounds just like yours, Phoenix. How convenient. Someone call an ambulance. Someone call ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Ms. Vasquez. What? What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Manuel! Ms. Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Manuel! Snake! Don't touch him, Ms. Vasquez. No! Oh, it's sad. Please don't die. Please. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby. In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? It appears you have brought about yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant Mr. Will Powers, Nort Gorty. I really love how they kind of give you a brief, idea as to why she did it. You don't have to do a full flashback. Sometimes they go into detail, the killers explaining why they did it, like if there's an emotional connection. Here, they kind of, give you this really interesting thing where, she happened to be in love with the actor he killed, which, admittedly, it does now sound more like an accident. They could have maybe fleshed that out more, but still, they did a pretty good job. It is all. Court is adjourned.
I don't know what to say. Thank you so much.
I'm just glad you're okay.
Yes, but you stayed. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Ms. Vasquez, but to think that he was trying to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright.
Huh?
Tell me. And tell me why. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me?
It's because you were the Steel Samurai.
Because it was the Steel Samurai?
Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kids show, and as the villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you.
I think I understand. He could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime.
And I think you're missing the point, man.
Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over.
So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP.
Oh, hey. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? Is something wrong?
No, of course not. No, nothing's been canceled. What are you talking about? Nick, Edgeworth. Look at my bangs. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No. I really want to thank you.
Yeah.
Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in.
Pleased to meet you. Powers. Sniff.
Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar? Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years.
Meet again?
However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I'm saddled with unnecessary feelings.
Unnecessary feelings?
Yes, unease and uncertainty.
Aren't those kind of necessary?
They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. That small talk thing was to mislead you into thinking I was trying to be nice. And now I vanish.
Mr. Wright, was that guy your friend?
What? Friends as if? They're rivals. Rivals, right, Nick? Like Goku and Vegeta. Like Sailor Moon and those cats.
For now we are, I guess.
Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me, what's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Is he got a six-pack? How does he smell when you're really close by?
And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Huh.
Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're gonna watch it with me, right?
I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it.
You have to buy trading cards too, okay? You have to trade with Cody and that assistant. We're gonna trade cards with a bunch of children now, Nick.
Fine, I'll do it. Here, I have a Pikachu. What do I do? Is this good? Do people like a Pikachu?
Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time.
I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Wait, it's Powers as the Pink Princess? Progressive. Yeah. Oh no. Episode 4. Turnabout Goodbyes. And I think that is a very good point to stop off. 3 hours. It's a new record for me, I think, which is pretty sad because Pat and Paige sometimes go like a jillion hours, but I'm working my way up there. Oh my god, man, I love this game, and I love playing this game with you guys. So we're starting to learn a bit more about Edgeworth and Phoenix's kind of weird dynamic, weird, sexy dynamic. How Maya is when her sister is inside of her. So thank you guys for joining me. Are Pat and Willie still streaming? If so, I'm going to do a raid of them. But thank you guys for joining me. I look forward to continuing this with you guys. Probably play a bit more Ori since I got over that part that was really humming me the fuck out. So whatever you guys end up doing with the rest of your night, I hope you have a good rest of your Saturday and a lovely Sunday ahead. Did it work? I don't think it worked. I don't know. Alright, whatever. I'll try the raid thing again. If you guys want to stick around, I'll send you over to Willie's channel. But either way, no matter what you end up doing, thank you for joining me. I love playing this game and hanging out with you guys. And remember, if somebody is giving you a hard time, tell them to fug off. Yeah. That's been my catchphrase that I've been saying for years. Okay, bye.